What are the top 3 baby blocks?
The top 3. Fear of pregnancy. You know, we're in a world now where we believe that control is a wonderful thing. Control your weight, you know, can have a nice tidy house, always look put together. So we're living in a world where we believe that we've got some control. And when you have a baby, there's no control. You're going to get bigger. You don't know what's going to happen, what the baby's going to be like, how it's going to be. So the first fear is the fear of, I can't control this. I can't control the pregnancy. I can't control the birth. The second fear is the fear of change. And, you know, we all have a fear of change. Why we fear dying and getting older. But when you can control the direction of change and make it positive, it's okay. So there's that fear of, how is this going to change? What's happening to my job, my relationship? What if it all goes wrong? What if I have an awful baby that screams all the time? What if my husband can't stand it? What if I can't get back to work? So that's the second fear. And the third fear is very similar. It's about, what if the baby doesn't love you? What if you don't love it? What if it ruins your relationship? What if it all goes wrong? What if you can never go on holiday again and go out with your friends because everything's different? So we're wired to fear the unknown. And unfortunately, there's so many magazines and movies that show you the worst side of having a baby, not the best.
Wow. And so a woman can be her own biggest baby blocker.
Of course, we can all be our own biggest baby blocker, definitely.
Wow.
When you go for IVF, the first thing they say to you often is, you have a 25% success rate here. But what you hear is, a 75% failure rate. They usually say it tends to work on the third session, which makes you think, well, the first 2 sessions are pointless, but I've got to have the first 2 to get to the third one. I've worked with many IVF clinics who often say, can you keep these clients consistent? They're up and down, they're panicky, they're relaxed, they're anxious, they're stressed. And so I've done a lot of work helping people get pregnant with IVF. And people say to me, it failed. I go, well, tell me about the failure. Did you have an egg collection? Yes, they collected 9 eggs. Did they fertilize? Yes. But the embryo transfer failed, the bit where they put them back. So it wasn't a failure. You had an egg collection and the eggs fertilized. The last bit didn't work. Who knows why, for all kinds of reasons. But maybe we could just focus on that and imagine the eggs sticking into your womb like an embryo, like one of those orchids that's got the little roots that dig in. So when I work with people, because I do conception, pregnancy, birth, and IVF conception, pregnancy, birth, because IVF is somewhat different. But with IVF, and indeed with ICSI, it's important to believe it's going to work, to really believe this is going to work. I've got grade A, premium, perfect, robust eggs, and my partner's sperm is cracked, military-grade sperm, and it's going to meet and make a grade A robust embryo, which becomes a grade A robust fetus, and my body's going to grow that baby perfectly. So in my experience, and certainly mine, I find that women, imagine being 15 or 16 and thinking you're pregnant. I remember when I was 17 thinking I was pregnant. Oh my God, my dad's going to be so disappointed. And it was a horrible thing. I was thinking, oh my God, I'm pregnant. I can't go to college. My dad's going to be so upset with me. Then when I found out I wasn't, I was like, oh, I'm not pregnant. Yay, thank you. So if you imagine your first thought of being pregnant is fear or terror, the brain goes backwards, by the way. If you sometimes think, oh, that reminds me of my grandmother, or that taste reminds me of being a kid, the mind always goes back to what something means, always. So if your first thought of being pregnant is terror, and this is the worst thing, this would be a disaster. I worked with a beautiful girl who said, oh my God, when I thought I was pregnant, my dad would have killed me. My mum would have killed herself. So imagine the effect that has on your body. So 15 years later, she's married to a wonderful man and can't get pregnant because of this memory.
Because she had already connected pregnancy with fear.
To real terror, to terror, to fear, to, this is the worst thing, this is a nightmare, this is going to ruin my life. So that one, if your first experience of being pregnant is that, if you've had a termination or a miscarriage, then you have another belief, being pregnant is terrible. You may have a different belief. One of my clients was telling me that, when her parents had her, their marriage fell apart. The father left, he didn't like it. Someone else was telling me that, her parents were madly in love, and when they had her, she was very much on her own. And so there's all kinds of fears. What if I have a handicapped baby? What if the baby doesn't love me? I don't like my own mother. We had a terrible relationship. What if that happens? What if my partner leaves me? What if, I leave work that I've spent years building up and I never get to go back? What if I don't like motherhood? There's so many what ifs. And what you have to do is go back and look at the blocks and close your eyes and think about, if someone said today you're pregnant, what would be your first thought? What would be your second? And often people say, my first thought is, I don't really want that. That's going to disrupt my life. My second thought is, what if it all goes wrong? So that's okay to say my first and second thought, imagining the news were not wonderful. They were like fear.
Wow.
Because it's a big change having a baby, and people tell you all these things, you don't get to see. My daughter was saying to me, Mummy, it's so interesting. We would come up in the street when I was very pregnant, go, get ready, you're not going to have a night's sleep for the next 3 years, and just you wait. So it was, nobody said, wow, you're about to meet the love of your life, the most amazing thing that you have made. They all said, wait for the terrible twos. And even now, she's got a little 6-week-old. They say things like, wait till they're crawling. Wait till they're walking. They're a disaster. They're going to trash your house. You can't even go to the bathroom when you have a baby. So people don't mean to, but they say all these things. You're not getting sleep. It's a nightmare. Your life isn't your own. And that doesn't have to. I found having a baby really easy, probably because I wanted one so much. But again, all of these thoughts that we think, they're not all wonderful thoughts. We talk about frazzled new mothers and postnatal depression. And when I had my baby, I was really shocked. I was in England, you have wards, you used to anyway. I was in a ward and I just had my little baby and I was just so blissed out. And a nurse, she literally gave me a box of Kleenex and she said, that's for you, for the postnatal depression, which tends to arrive on day 3. On day 3, the whole ward is a sea of weeping and, because we get postnatal depression. I said, no. So I'm not having that. I've signed up for postnatal euphoria. That's what I'm having. And I could look
You
at
said that.
Yeah, I said, I'm not having postnatal depression. I've already signed up for postnatal euphoria. This baby is my nonsense. She goes, just you wait. She obviously thought I was a silly, ignorant new mother who had no idea what was in front of me. But I did know. My mother said to me, babies are wonderful. They sleep all the time. It's very lucky I had a mother and a sister who both had great experience of motherhood. And they never said, it's hell, the terrible twos, the postnatal depression, you don't get a minute to yourself. You can't even eat. They said it's amazing. They sleep a lot. And, sleep when they sleep. Don't do the ironing when the baby's asleep. Don't start making gourmet dinners. I never ironed baby sheets. My people sent me baby clothes that needed ironing. I just left them in the box because I wasn't going to be ironing with a newborn baby. I just loved it. And when she slept, I slept. But when you get this negative expectation, we've got to be very careful about our mind because what you expect tends to be realized. When you have a brilliant mind, which we all have, you have a choice every day. Talk yourself into something negative or talk yourself out of it.
Is there any short form of RTT that can help people with fertility?
Yeah, first of all, do not say I'm trying. The word trying is a misdirect. It implies failure. I wouldn't say to you, hey, could you try to pick up a pen and write down my phone number? Because you say, well, of course. I wouldn't say to you, can you try to eat lunch? When you say trying, it is, I'm going to try. If I say to you, do you want to come to my house for dinner? You go, I'll try. I don't know if you're coming or not because there's no commitment with the word try. I'll try. He said, I'll try and take you out next week. Who's going to go for that? I'll try and see if I can turn up. So trying, the word is a misdirect that implies failure. So never say I'm trying to get pregnant. Say I'm making a baby. Because even the word pregnant, you could be pregnant 8 times and never have a baby. Because I want to be pregnant. No, you don't. You want to make and carry and deliver a perfect, robust baby. So the mind loves words that make a picture. The way we feel about everything is down to the words we form. Trying to get pregnant implies failure. I'm making a perfect, robust baby. My body is making an amazing baby. and my body's going to carry that baby for 9 months and grow it perfectly. And while my body is growing that baby physically, I'm going to grow it emotionally. I'm going to talk to it and love it. And I'm making a perfect baby. See, if you close your eyes and go, I'm trying to get pregnant, trying to get pregnant, trying to get pregnant, just say that now and then say, I am making a perfect, robust baby. I'm having a 9-month perfect pregnancy. It feels very different, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Because the second one is very clear. The mind is very clear. The mind loves clear, direct words that make a picture. I'm making a perfect baby. It's very different to I'm trying to get pregnant, because pregnant doesn't even imply you ever have a baby. You could be pregnant for 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
You could have a phantom pregnancy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm making, carrying, delivering, raising a perfect, gorgeous, healthy child is very different.
Mm-hmm.
So do that. And the other thing that really helps, by the way, sounds so simple, is to go. Many people who can't get pregnant, they can't walk down the baby aisle in the grocery store because it's painful. They go, look at that woman, she's got 3, I can't even have one. And they avoid everything. When they're reading a magazine, they skip past anything to do with babies. But what you need to do is to go out and buy a little pair of baby socks or a little hat and keep it in your bag. Say, my baby's going to wear that. My baby's going to wear that hat, wear those socks. Mm-hmm. Have it, see it every day. Get it, look at it, say, my baby is wearing that, because now you're expecting a baby. Mm-hmm. Long before you were expecting. People say, when I was pregnant, I didn't buy a thing, didn't tell anyone in case I miscarried. So now you're almost expecting that. Again, a rule of the mind is what you're expecting tends to be realized. So you've got to expect something amazing. You're carrying a baby. People have carried babies forever. Your body knows how to deliver a baby. It's going to be easy and wonderful. And the best day of your life is the day you give birth.
I encourage all of our lovely soul sisters out there who are trying to get pregnant to listen to this.
Making a baby. You see, you just said it, of course, trying to get pregnant.
You're right.
Our soul sisters
who are making babies, to listen to this conversation over and over again. Yeah. Because is this something you do during RTT sessions?
Oh, yes, I do a lot of I've trained 19,000. One of our therapists, the BBC, did a whole show on her, a girl called Andrea, because she specialized in fertility. We don't call it infertility, it's fertility. And so quite a lot of the people I've trained have become specialists in that field. They're niching in fertility, in IVF conception, regular conception, perfect pregnancy, and hypnotic birth, which is a wonderful thing. To give birth in hypnosis is amazing because you're not in fear. And you're in a state of, wow, I could lie here all day and do this, rather than, oh my God, this is so terrifying. Because that's the other thing. There's something called secondary infertility, which means you have a baby, you got pregnant, but you can't get pregnant again. And that tends to go back to people who give birth and go, it was hell. Oh my God, it was awful. I thought I was going to die. I nearly got ripped in half. I hemorrhaged. It was awful. And the end of that, I thought, never again. And then we forget the thought, but the brain doesn't forget, because in that moment of fear, you have what's called an imprint. When you have a scared person, a scared woman giving birth, a scared child in a scene, you have an imprint. An imprint goes and imprints upon you a belief, never again. I never want to have a baby again. But of course, you've forgotten.
Yes.
But the imprint hasn't forgotten, and it's imprinting on you. You don't want to have a baby. Didn't you say that? Never again. My job is to make sure never again. So we have to go back and say, let's undo the imprint. My imprint was, oh, never again. It's like people who, in love, it ends, they go, I never want to go through that pain. I'd rather be on my own for the rest of my life than go through that pain. They go, why can't I find someone else? Because you've got an imprint now that you created unconsciously. Whenever we say never again, it would kill me. I'd die before I did that again. That would kill me.
Wow.
There's the imprint. But our imprints can be changed very easily when we go back and have a look at them and go, oh, I said that. I thought that. I believed that. And that made perfect sense then. But I don't need to have that imprint anymore. Make yourself comfortable. And I love doing the eyes. So when you roll your eyes up like that, you go into the same alpha brainwave as when you sleep. Mm-hmm. Deeply relaxing. So you're not going to go to sleep, but you are going to wake up to your potential. So just look at my eyes. I want you to practice this. Look up, keeping your eyeballs up, close your eyelids down. If you can do that, Getting into hypnosis is a dream. So let's do that now. Everybody just look up as if you're trying to look into your very own eyebrows. Breathe in, breathe out. Take another deep breath, breathe in, breathe out. Just one more time, keeping your eyeballs rolled up. Keep your eyeballs up. Close your eyelids down. Drop your chin so you feel that same looking down feeling that you might feel as you look down a flight of stairs. Forget all about the position of your eyes. I want you to imagine you're about to take 10 steps. You're about to meet your future baby. So you're taking step 10, going deeper into an awareness of yourself. You're taking step 9. As each muscle, every nerve turns loose, lets loose, and you go deeper. You're taking step 8, and you can see and hear and feel your feet taking you deeper. You're taking step 7, going deeper. With every sound you hear as you take step 6, the sound of your heartbeat is taking you deeper. As you take step 5, the sound of your breathing is taking you deeper. As you take step 4, each muscle, every nerve is turning loose, letting loose, and you are going deeper into an awareness of yourself. You're taking step 3 and 2, going deeper. You're taking step 1. And as you go deeper, drift deeper, I want you to imagine you can see your baby. You can see this beautiful baby. You can see a beautiful newborn baby, a beautiful bouncing, robust baby. You can see it. You can hear those gorgeous gurgling baby sounds. You can feel that beautiful soft newborn skin. You can feel that little baby's fingers gripping your finger. You can see the baby, hear the baby, even smell that gorgeous newborn smell. And I want you to talk to the baby. I want you to repeat these words, word for word. I want you to say to your baby right now, I've created a place in my body for you. I've created a place in my life for you. I've created a place in my heart for you. I can't wait to expect you. And I want you to imagine showing your baby your home and showing your baby the stroller in the front, in the hallway, the crib in the bedroom, the high chair in the kitchen, the baby clothes in the laundry basket, the baby rattle and the teddy bear in the lounge, the baby sandbox in the garden. I want you to see that every room of your home is filled with your baby, and you wouldn't have it any other way. I want you to say to your baby, I love you so much. We're going to have a great life. I want you to imagine showing your baby all the first. When you come home from hospital with this baby, you come home to a house full of balloons and cards and flowers, and everything says, welcome, baby. I want you to imagine all the first smile, the first tooth, the first steps, the first crawling, the first time you go paddling in the sea, the first Easter egg hunt, the first Christmas. And I want you to show this baby, as you imagine all these firsts, that you love being a mother, that you're busy celebrating, collating, photographing, writing down everything, loving being a mother. And all the time this little baby is smiling, gurgling, getting the message. This is a wanted baby. You have so much love for this baby. This baby will forever be wanted, loved, cherished. So take a few minutes and welcome that baby into your heart, into your body, into your life, and say to your baby, I love you. I have so much love for you. I'm expecting you. And I can hardly wait to buy you stuff and take you out in the buggy and the stroller. We're always going to be together. And I want you to imagine everything is changing today. Every time you have a shower, you think, well, soon I'll be washing my baby bump. Soon I'll be bathing my baby. Every time you go for a walk, you think, well, soon I'll be pushing the stroller, holding the baby. And even when you do up your jeans, you think, well, soon I'll be wearing maternity. I'll be feeling that little baby kicking. There'll be 2 hearts beating in my body really, really soon. So really focus on that feeling of doing everything together. That everything you do, from the simplest thing to getting dressed or going to bed, you remember that soon the baby will be in you and you'll be in it. Because when you expect that baby with love and confidence and a feeling of joy and bliss that this is going to be the best day of your life, the day you deliver that baby is the best day. Just take a few more minutes and understand that your body knows exactly how to conceive a baby, how to grow a baby, how to deliver it. There's nothing really for you to do except to feel great about it. Your body knows how to conceive and grow and deliver your baby. If you feel excited and wonderful about it, you're helping your body do its job by doing your job. Be in a state of great expectancy. What is expected tends to be realized. So just take a few more minutes and imagine this wonderful thing that you have grade A premium eggs. You can even imagine turning your eyes inwards and taking a look at your womb and seeing that you have lots of eggs, and one of them is glowing, radiating. You have one egg, one grade A luminous egg that is glowing. And that egg's about to take a 5-day cruise down your fallopian tube and draw to it the most perfect sperm. Your grade A premium egg is drawing to it a grade A premium sperm, and immediately fertilization, conception is taking place. And now your fertilized egg is traveling down to your womb, and there it is implanting, sticking, attaching like Velcro. One of the reasons it attaches is because you talk to this baby and say, I love you, you're so wanted, I can't wait to carry you, grow you. Because while your body is doing a phenomenal job of growing this baby, you are doing a phenomenal job. Your body grows your baby physically, and you grow it emotionally. You talk to it, you love it. You could even reach out and touch that baby right now. It's all around you. Its life force is ready to be in you. When you come to deliver that baby, it's going to be easy. The long muscles contract, the round muscles relax. And you give birth to this perfect, healthy, robust baby, the one you've just seen today. Because you're expecting it. You know it's going to happen. You were put on this planet to recreate yourself. Fertility begins in the brain with believing it's going to happen, it's going to be amazing, it's going to be the best thing you ever did. Recreating yourself makes you immortal, and that's what you're doing. And anytime you can close your eyes and go into this in more detail, see more things, the first day at school, the first time you draw a picture together, the first story, the first cuddle, everything. You can imagine it, and if you can see it, and imagine it with excitement, you can make it real. So go ahead and do that right now. So if you're doing this before bed at night, you can now drift into a deep sleep, or you can come back to your full awareness, go out and buy a little something for your baby as proof of your faith that it's coming into your life. And you're a mother-to-be, you're expecting your baby already.